My name is Robert Brandon Sandor. I'm the founder of Serosorting, and more importantly, safe sex Serosorting as international HIV prevention strategies. And that's the topic of this video, the 3 forms of Serosorting. Back in the mid-1990s, something very unique and revolutionary happened on a very grassroots effort. A new HIV prevention strategy was discovered and presented to society. That HIV prevention message physically broke the cycle of new HIV transmissions, plus it made safe sex safer. And that's what made it so revolutionary and so unique, and more importantly, more acceptable to society as a whole, for both HIV positive people and HIV negative people. That's right. I'm talking about the 3 forms of Serosorting. Now, for the past decade, you were only allowed to know about one form of Serosorting, and that's Serosorting as it is applied to HIV-positive gay men who have unsafe sex. Well, that's only part of the story. I'm here to tell you about safe sex Serosorting. That's right. When HIV-positive people, such as myself, have safe sex with other HIV-positive people, we physically break the cycle of new HIV transmissions, thereby no HIV-negative person gets infected, plus we make safe sex safer. Also, when HIV-negative people have safe sex with other HIV-negative people, once again, the spread of HIV has been stopped dead in its tracks, plus safe sex has been made safer. So, let's go back to the studio. Let me explain this to you in a little more detail. In the meantime, you need to ask yourself a question. Do you want to stop the spread of HIV? Well, anybody can say yes, but only those of us who physically break the cycle of new HIV prevention takes HIV prevention seriously. Therefore, those of us who Serosort, or more importantly, safe sex Serosort, take HIV prevention to a new level, a higher standard, because we're serious about HIV prevention. What about you? Someone were to walk up to you and ask you how many forms of HIV prevention are there, or how many HIV prevention strategies are out there, you would say only 2. There's abstinence, and then there's safe sex. However, here in New York City, back in the mid-1990s, a 3rd HIV prevention strategy was discovered and introduced to mankind. I'm talking about the hybrid HIV prevention strategy. You know it as Serosorting. That's right, I just coined a new phrase in HIV prevention. Serosorting, the hybrid HIV prevention strategy. For those of you who don't know what Serosorting is when people have sex with their own HIV status. Thereby, they stop the spread of HIV dead in its tracks, and they help make safe sex a lot safer. But there are 3 forms of Serosorting, and that's why this video is so important, because you only were allowed to know of one. For the past decade, you were only allowed to know that when HIV-positive gay men had unsafe sex with other HIV-positive gay men. It's been scientifically proven time and time again that in this process, no HIV-negative person became infected with HIV. And that's why this, like I said, this is so important that you know this, because you need to know about safe sex Serosorting. So when HIV-positive people, such as myself, have safe sex with other HIV-positive people, the cycle is physically broken, and once again, no HIV-negative person becomes infected with HIV. And more importantly, when HIV-negative people have safe sex with other HIV-negative people, no HIV-negative person becomes infected with HIV. This is scientifically proven. Why? Because since the mid-1990s and to this day, no HIV-negative person became infected with HIV as a result of safe sex Serosorting. So why is this a hybrid HIV prevention strategy? It's because it meets the needs of mankind. It meets the needs of the group. Regardless of your political affiliation, your geographical location, regardless of your race, your gender, your income, regardless if you're HIV positive or HIV negative, regardless if you have safe sex or unsafe sex. If you serosort any one of the 3 forms of serosorting, you physically break the cycle of new HIV transmissions, and better still, if you safe sex serosort, you stop the spread of HIV dead in its tracks, and you help make safe sex safer. There's a lot of information here I can't cover because of time restrictions of these videos. So therefore, I invite you to host a forum, and if I can afford it, I will be more than happy to travel to your city or your town and explain this in greater detail. Better yet, if you're the promoter of a circuit party, an AIDS ride, an AIDS walk, any one of these fundraisers or charities, or if you're in the adult industry, I welcome you to supply this information to your guests, to your supporters, to your promoters. Why? Because I thought you wanted to stop the spread of HIV. This is a hybrid HIV prevention strategy that meets the needs of the group. In case you doubt me, and I know you do, and you probably have a lot of concerns too. Well, I've already published everything right here, the majority of it here in this book. Living the Promise of HIV Prevention. Action speaks louder than words or funding. You can find this book online now by going to www.pauseforpause.com. My name is Robert Brandon Sandor. I am the founder of Serosorting and Safe Sex Serosorting as international HIV prevention strategies. And now, as you know, Serosorting is the hybrid HIV prevention strategy. Thank you for your time. So, how did you do today? Did you do pretty good? Did you think you learned something new? That's the important thing. Well, let's check out and see how well you did. What are the 3 forms of HIV prevention? That's right. You said abstinence, safe sex, and serosorting, the hybrid HIV prevention strategy. Very good. Now, why is serosorting a hybrid HIV prevention strategy? Very good again. You said it was good for HIV-negative people, HIV-positive people, straight, gay, young or old, man or woman, but more importantly, the reason why serosorting is a hybrid HIV prevention strategy is because it meets the needs of the group. Those who have safe sex, and you're right, those who have unsafe sex. Very good. Now, let's see. What are the 3 forms of serosorting? Can you tell me? Very good. There are 3 forms of serosorting, and 2 involve safe sex. One is when HIV-positive people have unsafe sex with other HIV-positive people. You're right. No HIV-negative person becomes infected with HIV. You also said when HIV-positive people, such as myself, have safe sex with other HIV-positive people. You're right once again. The circle of HIV transmission is stopped dead in its tracks, and no HIV-negative person gets infected with HIV. Very good. And then the 3rd form of serosorting is safe sex serosorting for HIV-negative people. And that's when HIV-negative people have safe sex with other HIV-negative people. You're right once again when you said no HIV-negative person gets infected with HIV. Very good. Very good. In fact, you did so well today, I think you get a gold star, a glass of milk, and a cookie. My name is Robert Brandon Sandor. I am the founder of Serosorting, and more importantly, Safe Sex Serosorting, as international HIV prevention strategies. And serosorting, as you now know, is the hybrid HIV prevention strategy. Thank you for watching.